Hi, everyone. My name's Erin Paler, and I'm the principal at SDSS here in Port Elgin. And we're really excited to have a chance to talk a little bit about how wonderful Saugeen District Senior School is. And I'm really excited to be able to introduce to you some really important people here at the school that are going to help with the transition into grade 9 for your child. So sit back. We hope that this information is engaging and helps answer some questions that you might be having. And of course, you're always welcome to reach out to the school if you have any questions or concerns. But we're looking forward to meeting all of you future Royals and your families, and welcome to SDSS. Before we get going, I just want to introduce a few people here on the panel, here in our Teams meeting, and talk a little bit about who they are and what role they have here at the school. So the first person I'd like to introduce is Mrs. Wilkins, and she'll maybe do a little wave. And Mrs. Wilkins is one of our vice principals here at the school who primarily looks after our secondary students. In addition to Mrs. Wilkins, we have Rochelle, Mrs. Frasinger, and she is our vice principal who primarily focuses on our elementary group of students. So we have 3 administrators here at the school, and we're looking forward to supporting students and families as they transition into our building. In addition to the admin team, we've got some awesome educators here with all of you. And the first person I'm going to maybe introduce is Mrs. Flaherty, who is our learning resource teacher. And in addition to Ms. Flaherty, we have 2 guidance counselors in our student services department at the school, and that's Mrs. Dolphin, if you want to wave, and Mrs. Dunlop. And finally, last but certainly not least is 2 of our student success contact teachers, and that is Mrs. Bell and Miss McDonald. So everyone's had a chance to smile and wave and sort of put a face to the name, but we are certainly excited to have you here. And we're going to kind of work through some information with all of you here shortly. So I'm going to pass it over to Miss Dolphin and to kind of get us started. But certainly, you know, before we get into things, I want to definitely acknowledge where we are today in the meeting. And that is certainly on the traditional lands of the Saugeen Ojibwe Nation, which is represented by the communities of Saugeen First Nation and Chippewas of Nawash Unceded First Nation. We also think of the Métis Nation of Ontario, whose people and history are well represented in Bruce and Grey counties. And I'm certainly very thankful and grateful to be able to be here on the land and be able to work here and support the students and community of Saugeen First Nation. So Mrs. Dolphin, if you want to take over, go ahead.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Paler. Today's presentation will be providing guided insight into the Weebly website. That is our one-stop shop for information. You'll be able to explore this with your child at your convenience anytime. So here at the home page, you can find you scroll down, you can find a virtual tour. It's an interactive virtual tour that includes messaging from our principal. You can also go up to the top under grade 9 info, click on virtual tour, and an interactive map will come up of either floor. It just takes a minute to boot up. And you'll see on this map, when it eventually appears, you'll see that it shows hall views, room views, wall photos, and so on, to give our future students a real sense of how to navigate SDSS. So if you click on a green dot, it gives you a room photo. If you click on a red dot, it gives you a hall view. So the student has an idea of how to navigate here when we're not able to necessarily host tours at this time. So this is the next best thing. Also during this presentation, we're going to speak more about life at secondary school, and I'm going to pass things along to Mrs. Flaherty.
Okay, so welcome to secondary school. So these slides are designed to answer the following questions. What is high school all about? How do I graduate? What are the different levels of courses, and how do you know which level to take? What are some of the unique, exciting opportunities available here at SDSS? And why can you be confident in choosing a Blue Water school? So how is life at secondary school different from elementary? So at secondary school, the classes will be longer each day. And work that is completed throughout the semester is worth 70% of the course mark. The final 30% is obtained through a culminating activity such as an in-class project or exam. And in high school, students are responsible for organizing due dates. Those who miss assignments and do not demonstrate the expectations of the course will need to repeat that course. And classes are offered at 4 pathways here at SDSS: apprenticeship, workplace, college, and university. So back to Ms. Dolphin to continue with the presentation.
So when you come to secondary school, you're going to graduate with your Ontario Secondary School Diploma. So to do that, you need 30 credits, which include 18 compulsory credits, therefore 12 elective credits, 40 hours of community service, and also the successful completion of the OSSLT, which is a literacy test, or the literacy course. When you're looking at compulsory credits, you will have to take 4 English credits, which means you'll take it in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. Pardon me, 3 math credits, grade 9, 10, and 11. In science, you will take 2 credits generally in grade 9 and 10 with that general science. 1 of each of the following: Canadian history, which takes place in grade 10, Canadian geography, which takes place in grade 9. Pardon me. An arts course, a lot of you will choose one of those in grade 9, but you can also take those in grade 10, 11, or 12. Phys Ed, grade 9, French or Ojibwe, which is in grade 9, civics and careers, which happens in grade 10, and a group 1, group 2, and a group 3. These are so varied that you will have no trouble making those requirements for the diploma by your grade 12 year. Looking at grade 9, everyone will take 6 compulsory courses: English, geography, science, mathematics, French or Ojibwe, and Phys Ed. We also have a choice of grade 9 elective courses: drama, visual art, business, food and nutrition, instrumental music, integrated technologies. On occasion, grade 9 students may take a grade 10 or 11 elective course, but you need to speak to one of us here on the team to let us know if you're interested. I'll now pass things over to Mrs. Dunlop to talk about the next step.
When you come to secondary school, you'll hear us talking about a pathway, and what we're really talking about is what you're looking to do when you're finished secondary school and going to post-secondary. So that might look like university, might look like entering the workforce, an apprenticeship, or college. So while you're in grade 9, you have the year to really be thinking about what that destination might be for you and thinking about what pathway might be best. You'll need to think about things like where your interests lie, what you do well, what is your learning style, and we'll be here to guide you along the way in your grade 9 year, talking with your teachers and your families and us in the student services department to make that best choice for yourself. We're so lucky to offer so many unique programs here at SDSS. We really do have something for everybody. We have 3 high skills major programs, including construction, arts and culture, and an agriculture program. We have many sports teams, including some competitive varsity teams. We have activities and clubs for everyone and every interest. We have co-op, including a Bruce Power co-op. We have computer science, film studies, musical theater, technology courses, and the list really does go on and on. We're also happy here at SDSS to be able to offer you an unlimited amount of support depending on where your needs might be. We have everybody here on the panel, so a full staff of people to support you. We have an attendance counselor. We have mental health counselors that come right into our school and work with our students. We have an Indigenous grad coach, an elder from Saugeen First Nation, and several outside partners, including Keystone, SOHAC, Canadian Mental Health Association. So if you're needing that extra level of support, we really can help you in that area as well here at SDSS.
Something that's going to be different for all of you coming into grade 9 is de-streaming. So I'm just going to pass things over to Mrs. Bell to discuss this communication from the board.
Thank you. So you may have heard that the Ontario Ministry of Education is moving toward de-streaming grade 9. And what that means for you is that the pathways you heard Ms. Dunlop speak about earlier, when you're choosing whether you want to enter the workplace, a college pathway, university pathway, an apprenticeship, you don't have to make those decisions yet. Everybody in grade 9, unless your teacher has directed you into a locally developed program, everybody in grade 9 will be taking the same required courses, okay? And so what that looks like is academic English, geography, French, your de-streamed math and science courses, you'll all be in class together, and then your open courses. And those might range from several different electives, which Ms. Dolphin is going to tell us more about.
Okay, thanks, Mrs. Bell. So if you want to know more information about the courses, you go into the grade 9 info top tab. You can go to grade 9 compulsory credits. I can click on any one of these words here. Let's pick English. So there'll be a description of that comes up if you want more information. Also about the electives. So if we're looking at business, drama, food and nutrition, instrumental music, integrated technology. Learning strategies is here as well as an elective, and that's something that will come up in unique discussion with your learning resource teacher and your grade 8 teacher, and also visual arts. And just a note about instrumental music. If you don't have any experience with instrumental music, don't worry. Things have been different during the pandemic. So it's going to be wide open for anybody with experience or without experience for instrumental music. I just wanted to relay that from Mrs. Boyes. Okay, so also on this website, you will find our course calendar. So under more, those of you who want a little light reading in case you have trouble falling asleep at night, you can have a look at this wonderful document. Actually, it's really informative. If you haven't had any of your children attend secondary school, there's a lot of information in here. The first part of the document is a common section that's shared between all secondary schools in Blue Water. And then after 21 pages of that is our unique section for our courses. So if you want to know anything specific, or if you and your child want to do some forward planning besides what My Blueprint offers, you can look at our course calendar. So again, it's a one-stop shop. Now I'm going to pass things over to Ms. McDonald, who's going to talk to us about how you're going to be putting in your courses for high school.
Thank you, Ms. Dolphin. Here at SDSS, we have you complete both a paper copy and an electronic version of your course selections. If you take a look at the option card in front of you, you'll notice that the compulsory subjects are listed at the top section and the electives are down below. With compulsory subjects, you will simply circle the appropriate level for each subject. Most of you will be circling academic English, geography and French, and the de-streamed math and science courses, as was mentioned earlier. The second language credit you select will be dependent on the program you are currently taking in grade 8. For example, if you're in Ojibwe right now, you will circle the native languages code, LNO-AO. If you are in a French immersion program, FIF1D is the correct code you will circle. When it comes to phys ed classes, those are separated based on anatomical sex, so please circle either male or female course codes. On the right-hand side of that chart, you'll notice that there is a place for your grade 8 teachers' recommendations. We really value their input because they know you well and they understand the expectations of the various pathways in the secondary school. Students that are requiring the locally developed level in English, math, and or science will be having conversations with their grade 8 teachers, their learning resource teachers, and their parents prior to circling the locally developed course codes on the course option card. Down below, looking at the electives courses, you are being asked to rank your choices from 1 through 6, where 1 is your most wanted elective and 6 being the least wanted elective. We try to ensure that you get your top 2 or 3 choices whenever possible. It is really important that you make good choices based on your interests. Changes to student schedules after the school timetable has been built cannot always be accommodated. And for more information about the elective credit options, further to what Ms. Dunlop previously explained, make sure you consult the course calendar or this Weebly site so you can make good choices. Once your courses are determined for next year, you and your teacher and a parent are all required to sign off on your selections at the bottom of that course options card. The second step to the process requires you to input your course selections into the educational planner called My Blueprint. Many of you have been using My Blueprint since grade 7, therefore you know how user-friendly it is. Here's a really detailed step-by-step instruction page to help you work through the process of inputting your courses. Please double check that the 8 courses and the course codes that you enter match the ones on your option card before clicking the submit button. If you require any support with this process, here there are many places and people to help you. Your grade 8 teacher, your guidance teacher, or any of us here at Student Services at SDSS are happy to give you a hand. Now back to Ms. Dunlop.
So as you can see, we really do have a caring staff, and SDSS has so much to offer you. We do invite you to go to our Weebly website and really explore. There is a lot for you to look at and to see. You can go under Showcase. It has a comprehensive list of everything that we do have to offer. So please take your time and explore that with your family. We also have a comprehensive list of sports. We have details on our specialist high skills majors program, and we have a very clear list of all of the activities and clubs that we referred to earlier. If there's something on there that if there's something that you're interested in that's not on the list, just reach out to us, because it doesn't mean that we can't make that happen for you. This is not the last time that we'll be seeing you this year. Ms. Dolphin and myself will be doing virtual visits right into your grade 8 classrooms. There'll be lots of opportunity for you to ask your questions and for you to hear this information again. So please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll also be coming to you in your classrooms.
Thanks, Mrs. Dunlop. Now I'll pass things over to Mrs. Wilkins.
This is the end of our presentation, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you for spending this time with us. We really look forward to meeting you in the future, and if you have any questions or need any assistance with the transition to high school, please just call or email us, and all that information is on this website.